Welcome to your one-stop location for workable solutions to your workplace relationship challenges. Hi, I'm Dr. Huggins and welcome to this learning session. Today I'm going to talk about how to get along and stand out with your boss. This lesson will be in two parts. The first part, I'm going to address how to actually get along or get on board with your boss's agenda. In the second part, I'll share with you some tips on how to stand out in a positive way with your boss, so that he or she sees your potential and your skills as an asset. Now, when I'm talking about getting on board with your boss's agenda, what does that mean exactly? Well, I'm actually talking about understanding what your boss's expectations are of you and what part you are to specifically play in contributing to the successful outcome of his or her strategic plan. It's important that you align your skills and experiences with where your boss wants to take your department, division, or the overall company when it comes to things like business growth, development, brand recognition, and a host of other initiatives. Please note, it's important that you recognize your ideas are important, just as important as your boss's. But to avoid chaos in the pursuit of organizational goals, it's important that you know how to work with your boss in a way that will minimize clashes and yield results when there's a bigger, broader plan in place that affects a greater number of people. So, first, solicit clarification on what your boss expects of you. Sometimes your boss may use big picture statements or descriptions of what you're supposed to do, and as a result, you may lack the clarity and specificity you need to execute successfully. It's important that you ask for clarification when goals are being communicated. To get the ball rolling, try presenting your own personal goal statements for your current role as you see it. Ask your boss for input in terms of what needs to change or what should remain the same. Also, try to get at what you have the authority to do with or without permission. This can allow you and your boss to begin the exploratory conversation that leads to clarity and alignment. Next, when your boss provides feedback or insight on your goals or any part of your performance, try to accept it. Differences in the perception of your performance are a very volatile area between staff and managers. Both come to the table with a different interpretation sometimes of how well someone has done. Accepting your boss's viewpoint does not mean your viewpoint does not have merit. Perhaps it means a combination of both your perspectives provide a broader, more in-depth picture of the performance and that performance's impact on you, the team, and the company. Yes, there are instances where interpretation can be skewed due to personal differences, due to personality differences as well, much of which coaching and training can help. But for the most part, both parties want to be successful here. So as much as it is possible from your end, seek to understand your boss's viewpoint and make changes based on the feedback. To get started here, agree with something your manager says to help move the conversation along. Next, manage communication well. This means avoid using jargon your boss may not understand. Anytime you use industry language or acronyms, meaning letters that indicate statements or terminology, it can make another person feel like an outsider. There will be instances when you will have more technical experience and prowess than your manager or a designated leader. How you communicate with your boss will determine how successfully your relationship will be. So try to use language that's easy to understand without coming across in a condescending way. As a matter of fact, this is good advice whether you're speaking to your boss or any other staff person who may not be in your area of expertise. In addition, managing your communication also requires that you avoid debating your boss on processes and that you overall appear less defensive in conversations. Next, As you attempt to respect your boss's ideas, do so with a results-driven attitude. Don't compete with your boss or speak disrespectfully about your boss to others. Sometimes when you're trying to get noticed and stand out, well, sometimes you can come across as if you're competitive, competing with other people's ideas, and namely your boss. Essentially, this behavior may position you to be perceived as a non-team player, arrogant, negative, self-centered, especially if you don't get your own way. So instead, try to build rapport by giving support and appreciation. This helps a person open up a bit more to hearing opposing perspectives and consider different ways of doing things. Well, I hope these tips will be helpful, so give them a shot. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and tell a friend. iChooseToLearn.com.